concerning
Correct.
Amazon issues and overspending during the last weekend. We noticed a huge overspend, and
Mm-hmm.
actually, to manage that overspend and detect
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
point of diminishing return, I have applied new metrics, marginal ROAS, that
Mm-hmm.
I was using to observe how the Amazon agency that's handling the Amazon area for the client.
Mm-hmm.
And this way, I was able to detect that they are hugely overspending during the last few weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
we had data-driven proof for that. Apart from that, we were preparing for our Amazon Prime Days
Mm-hmm.
initiative, and during the Amazon Prime Day, we also noticed huge overspend during that period, and this way the client is struggling with the efficiency, business efficiency, because we had to adjust our spends accordingly to get into the business ROAS, and that huge overspend within Amazon area also affected other areas because we had to
Mm-hmm.
readjust our daily budgets in almost all area, considering top, middle, and bottom of the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Apart
Mm-hmm.
from that issues, we also conducted traffic insights, long-term traffic insights, and we are handling the our client holistically.
Mm-hmm.
So also looking at the data, and not only that we are managing and areas that we are managing, but we are
Mm-hmm.
also advising when we are seeing the any issues in other channels, in other traffic sources. And I found during the traffic insights in a GA4 based
Mm-hmm.
on source medium, I
Mm-hmm.
found that huge discrepancies within mailing and SMS communications
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
compared, because 1 year ago client has changed the provider from Klaviyo and Wunderkind
Mm-hmm.
to Braze, and
Mm-hmm.
starting from that, we've noticed that there were issues within UTMs, some inconsistencies
Mm-hmm.
across several months. They were using different UTMs for nurturing, different UTMs
Mm-hmm.
for, and there was a huge mess within UTMs in Braze tool. And during the last several months, I've noticed that there was an issue with traffic from mm, nurturing automated sequences, and
Mm-hmm.
actually from quite a huge volume of traffic driven by nurturing paths
Mm-hmm.
within Brace. I've noticed that during the last 2 months, the traffic was significantly lower by
Mm-hmm.
90%
And
which is
nobody
good.
else noticed that?
Yep, yep.
Oh.
So that was our assumption. Was that it might be the connection with the CRO tests that were led by
Zero.
other,
Okay.
yeah, by other agency, and I think that there might be some miscommunication between the uh, team that is handling Braze
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
team who is handling Zero activities.
Mm-hmm.
Apart of from that, I've also noticed that the volume of the SMS communication is almost 10 times higher than traffic from mailing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite strange because from our experience, it's usually quite the opposite. So probable causes are that those UTMs might be set in the opposite way, or
Yeah.
there
Incorrectly.
might be some issues within email communications and with tracking UTMs, or maybe it definitely impacts the conversion rates and, in the consequence, the volume of the revenue. So a lot of issues that we have to take a very close look when handling the client, and advise them if we are noticing any deviations or discrepancies between the standard activities.
So you basically, when you're in touch with that client for a long time and you handle the relationship in a very holistic way, and you've recently identified Amazon issues and email/SMS communication issues.
Yeah.
And you proactively went in, tried to identify the sources of like the errors that you've noticed that are happening there, and you flagged the problems. And yeah, that's awesome. And in the
And
same time,
yeah.
while you are while you're like managing the client, I've heard that you have pretty good results with that client, right?
Yeah, we are almost another part of our agency activities. We're also very aligned to classical seasonality trends. And from my experience and from my previous e-commerce activities that I was observing, I was actually conquering and challenging the seasonality. And during the periods that almost all other advertisers pulled back from their spends, I had the best results during the no season period of time. So at this moment, we are challenging the classical seasonality, and we are not pulling back our spends. In opposite, we are pushing more aggressively. We are observing very closely CPMs and all other metrics within specific areas. And starting from July, in many of the areas we are handling, for example, Reddit or TikTok, we are observing significantly lower CPMs. That's the assumption that we can push even harder and cover the placements that our competition is not covering. So it's an opportunity to challenge the classical seasonality trends and manage to drive better results. And for example, at this moment in D2C affiliate side of the business, we are driving 45% year-over-year growth, which is pretty impressive.
That's
pretty
impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. And in the same time, you also, like, when you launch any channel, you also launch incrementality tests to verify how incremental a specific channel is, right?
Yeah,
is this the way you
we are using different tools, and we are also trying to advise the client with research of the possibilities how to leverage those tools, and we are also advising which tools to stop or to introduce to their business to better assess the data.
Okay, awesome. I mean, I wanted just to learn a little bit about the Amazon issue, but I learned about email and SMS issues, and like all the things that are happening on that front in the relationship with that client. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for the info, for the just some information, like what happens day to day in our accounts. So thanks a lot for all the information. Wow.
Just a pleasure.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.